I would create the first ever Office of Immigrant Affairs.
Did you hear that? An Office of Immigrant Affairs. What that office would be about is illegal immigrants and their affairs, their issues. I don't know, Charles Payne, that kind of worries me right off. Setting up an institution, an American institution that would address those who aren't Americans.
You know, I feel like we've already got this sort of red carpet telling illegals to come into this country. This would be the neon sign above it, blinking, you know, saying, hey, unlimited room, free room and board, food, shelter, everything you need. It's absolutely, I mean, obviously it's pandering.
And now you'd have an 800 number for it. Yeah, you know what I mean? Now you'd have an 800 number
800 number, an escalator. I mean, really, it's absolutely outrageous.
Well, I mean, at least she didn't right away call it a Department of Illegal Immigrant Concerns or Affairs. But Scott Martin, it falls in line with a lot of other stuff you heard about the delay in deportations, even in the face of court rulings that say those deportations should continue, you know, granting licenses to illegals, all this other stuff, because it misses something that these are issues that should be talked about, absolutely, if you want to deal with this going forward, but they're illegal. If you want to talk about rights for Americans, that's one thing, but deal with those who are legally here.
It reminds me of a tax from a few months ago that Hillary threw out on Wall Street. It's very cheap. It's very populist. I think she's concerned about the minority vote. Obviously, if Bernie Sanders people go away and don't vote for her in the fall, if she does get the presumed nomination, then therefore she's in some trouble. So if you're looking at this going forward as far as immigration goes, I'm for immigration, legal immigration. But if you're going to let all these guys in and gals in and undercut the American worker, you're looking at doing more damage to the economy than a Johnny Manziel house party.
I'm working on that one. But, Adam, the one thing that I remember during the campaign, it was a very emotional moment when Hillary Clinton embraced a child, I forget where she was, whose parents obviously were illegal, by definition the child as well, worried about being deported, going back home, and she reassured her, no one's going to do anything to you. Now, it was an emotional, sort of like a Norman Rockwell moment. But I thought of all those who are trying to get legal entry in the United States and go through all the processes. They're seeing something like that, saying a woman who could be the next president of the United States is saying, we're not going to do that anymore. We're not going to take those who are legally here and do anything with them. Furthermore, we're sending out a signal that the archaic way we allow people to become American citizens, we might do away with that as well. Or let all you fools following the law to become those citizens, well, you're wasting your time. That was my take on it, I grant you. What say you?
My take is that the emotional message that she's sending is, Neil, is to remind the world that we are a compassionate nation and that we will try our very best to work our way through this very thorny problem that presidents, at least since George W. Bush.
She's already worked through it, and she's concluded that that's not going to happen.
And my optimistic read on, you know, this trial balloon of an office is that she's listening to everybody. You said earlier, you know, this campaign is defined by a certain number of issues. One of them is this national outcry over immigration. So how about focusing on it with an office that just looks at these people?
Another cabinet department should work like a charm. Go, finish that thought.
I'm just Adam, you know, I think I'm a compassionate person, but I lock my doors at night. That's all I'm saying. You could be compassionate and have strong borders and no illegal immigration.
That's why I couldn't get in. All right.